us. Do you not agree with him?
I can't
Does
believe
anyone agree with
somebody
him?
has this argument in 2020.
Do you agree with him?
How do you
Does
have
anyone
this
agree with him?
argument?
Thank you, man.
He gonna say that
Lack of education, bro. But that's because we have ignorance. It's called ignorance.
so the two of us are
No,
not the same.
no, it's
are
called
not the same
ignorance,
people.
bro. It's called ignorance.
Yeah.
Does ignorance exist in every society? That's it.
It's phenotype.
The argument I'm
There's some
making-
phenotype.
He's going on about phenotype.
No.
He's conflating
I'm
phenotype and race.
I'm not.
You're not gonna see.
The point I'm trying to make is this.
Talking about,
If black
people
is
from
an identity,
Slavic parts of
I'm
Europe
not-
Now he's
are
talking
not
about
the same
identity.
as him.
Black is a
Even though
colour.
the
I am
Now he's talking
black.
about identity.
Do you know what I mean?
So black as a color.
So what's your identity?
My
I understand
identity.
your point of black being an identity, but what's your
My identity is Somali.
But who
I am
did you that?
Somali. So the fact that people running about saying Somalis are black, don't freaking include me, bro.
Don't freaking include me.
I'm not black. I am Somali.
So wait, what's
But if you're talking about my skin color, I am black.
So what do you think
Just
people are
like-
referring
just
to
like
when they
many-
say black?
Bro, there are people who are lighter than you. They're black though.
So what do you think people are
I-
referring to when they say black if it's not color? What do you think it is?
Identity.
He means
That's
Negro.
it.
Who does not have a passport,
means
bro?
having a broad
Who
nose,
doesn't? When
thick
you say you're
lips,
Somali, you're
kinky
talking
hair.
about your passport.
He means
What else
kinky
you
hair,
talking about?
broad lips,
So it's a Jamaican-
big
so
nose,
it's a Jamaican, not
that
Jamaican.
kind of shit. That's what he
Jamaican
means
is
as black. Sorry
Somali
about
So is
that.
it Somali not
no,
nationality?
it's not.
So you
It's
said you have your
it's an
identity is
ethnicity.
Somali, right? Your
Being-
identity is Somali, right?
So
that means what's black identity then? Because
What is
I
a
can
black
say, I'll
identity?
say mine's Eritrean. Someone else will say there's Nigerian. Someone else will say there's Ghana. So what is black identity then? Because
Alright.
you've made a point that black is an identity and it's not a color, right?
1.8%
And you said that your identity
game.
is Somali, yeah?
In the game.
You said your identity is Somali.
La familia.
So
You're
what
Eritrean.
is black? Yeah, so what's black identity then? Because you've made a point about black identity.
Thank you very much. Please don't interrupt. Nobody interrupt. I beg you.
The floor's all yours,
If you guys, okay. You see, the idea of black, right? This is when black becomes an identity.
Conspiracy. Listen to
No,
the conspiracy.
it's not conspiracy. This is a fact. This is a factual history. This is when black becomes an identity. You see, back in the days, when the black people were being taken from Africa into America, guess what happened? These people were called what? They were called Negroes, right? The black people eventually protested, and they're like, we don't want to be called Negro, right? And the white people decided to call them what? Colored people. They never called them Africans. They never called them Nigerians or Yoruba or whatever. They called them colored people. Wait, yeah, not that time. There were no Asians at that time.
Asians included
No,
colored
there were no
people.
Asians at that time. Well, let me finish, please. Please, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish, man. At the time, at the
No,
time,
hell no.
at the time,
Hell
at
no.
the time,
Hell
can I
no.
finish? The sister asked me a question. The sister asked me a question. At the time when the blacks were like, at that time I'm talking about, there were barely other colored people apart from the red Indians, right? Now, moving on.
What about red Indians? Should
Please,
they be
man,
called
let
red?
me finish, man,
Why are the
please.
red Indians called red?
Please.
Why are the red Indians
Please,
called red?
man, allow
No,
this.
it's significant.
This is where,
Alright, remember that question though, yeah? We want to know why the Indians are called red.
let me just finish, bro. Now, what they did is this. What these people did is that they start calling them colored people. Eventually, right, other mixed people like colored Indians and whatever, Asians, other people with colored skin and Arabs came into the mix. They were like, cool, guess what? And you guys need to understand is this. It's like, they are trying to erase the
No, seriously, they did.
Man, can I talk, bro?
Tower heads and everything.
Can I speak?
Speak.
Oh, you interrupted me. I'm trying to answer someone's question.
Speak.
What the fuck, bro?
Speak, man. Stop being so dramatic, bro.
I'm not being dramatic.
You're
Let me
giving speeches. Obviously, you're going to get interrupted, bro. What do you think this is?
Go ahead.
Hey.
Now, what happened in the process, right, was that now the process is that to erase these people from their identity. They could have simply called them African from the beginning. They could have simply called them the people of Nigeria or something. They could have given them an
Who's the
identity.
they first?
But the reason why they didn't do that is because if you give these people an identity and a place they come from, they would eventually revolt.
Nigeria didn't
and know
exist
where
at that
they come
time,
from,
apparently.
Right?
Let's note that Nigeria didn't
Now-
exist at that
now-
time.
Now, wait.
But he's going to dismiss that.
Now, what's that? Let me finish. What happened in the process?
But Nigeria
is
didn't exist at that time.
Now the colored people came into the
Nigeria
mix.
didn't exist at that time. What should they,
I
what
didn't
should
say
they have
that.
been
I
referred
didn't-
to?
Let me finish, please.
No, what should they have
Please,
been
let me
referred
answer
to
the
if
sister.
Nigeria
I
didn't
beg
exist?
you. Walala.
But you can ignore it.
Hold your question. I'm about to finish. If you keep it to, I won't be able to finish. Now, when the colored people got into the mix, they were like, cool. To differentiate the two, we're gonna call them black, i.e. the people we used to call Negroes, and we're gonna call them colored people. You understand? That's why you have today Indians and other Arab people and all of these people are colored people, but black people are black people. You understand? To the extent now, this has become an identity implanted into these people. That's why even today, black Americans will tell you, I'm not an African American, I am black. They will tell you I'm not African, I am black. The reason being,
who buys that?
I've spoken to
Who buys that?
And they said, I am not an African American, I am black.
Okay, are you done? Are you done?
Who buys that?
Are you done? He's done. He's done.
But you're a Habesha though, but that's your identity.
So what would Jamaicans say? What would Jamaicans say?
Look at her skin, she's black, yeah? Wow.
It's relative. Is she white then?
Oh, she's black though.
Is she white
But
then?
look at her skin though.
But is she white?
I'm blacker than you.
You said black.
I'm blacker than you though. I'm blacker than you.
Nobody
Yeah,
said.
but they're only called that to
You
make
said
it-
black
the
African.
whole
Wait, I have a
thing.
question. You said black African. Yeah? So what would Jamaicans now say? Because technically, they wouldn't be classified as
But they
black
did that. They
African,
did
right?
that to make a
So
distinction.
what would now would they say? So if they
And the
say
reason they
they're black,
made the
what
black
would
black
they say?
because
Bro, first of all, these people, they have built upon this identity for centuries.
So it's made by the white man. That's what you're trying to say.
It was originally yes, but it was built by the white man, but they built upon it. It became their identity to the extent they can't change
Black is an identity. Can I call myself black?
No,
But it's an identity, bro. I can identify myself as black then.
but you know, what do you mean?
You're saying black is an identity, right? Okay, if black is an identity, I can say I'm black, yes or no?
All right. Were you part of the people who were called that name from the beginning? No, but it was an identity given to certain people.
By your logic, I can say I'm black. I can say I'm white. Yes or no?
I see your point.
Okay. This is what happened. Look.
Genesis chapter 21.
As you, where are you from? Saudi Arabia. Good. You see, the people who were called black, right, are not, they were African as origin, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they were taken from Africa.
Yeah.
But these people, I think, you're an Arab, you know your tribe, you know your lineage, you know where you come from.
Goes back to Yemen, from Yemen to the Habesha, bro.
I know that.
That means-
I know that. But the one of Africa, the Habesha, the Somali, the Eritrean, these people are the same people, anyways, right? But now come back to the point. You are distinctive. You can't use black as an identity simply because you already know who you are and where you come from in your lineage. You know, like your ancestry. I'm Somali, and in Somalia we go by ancestry and definition of a person. I have something that defines me, whereby the person who is identified as black only has black as a definition.
Between me and you.
Come on, man.
Salih,
Why do like people get so hard to understand this,
Salih,
bro?
ask you a question. Would you say, is he black?
Where is he from? As long as he has a definition, he ain't that.
Right, so basically he's mixing up his arguments. First, he started from saying black is not an identity, which makes sense. It's not an identity, it's a color of law. So in the United States, when they call somebody black, that's color of law, color of office, color of authority. Black Law Dictionary, exactly.
But you gotta remember, Black's Law Dictionary came later. You guys are infusing two different arguments, racial and legal.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
he's confusing racial arguments and legal arguments. So when he says that black is not an identity, it makes sense. And when he says Somali are not black, based on that fact that they should be represented as Somalis internationally in law, makes sense. But then he goes into an anthropological argument when he says that, but that Nigerian guy over there is black. So he's confusing Negro features with the black terminology.
Apply that standard to
That's
all
what he's
people
doing. Exactly.
that you would
Across
otherwise call black.
the board. Exactly.
So legalese wise, I see his point. But he's confusing that with racial. And the reason that's an issue, it's just so highly ignorant because Africa, we have, as we said, we have the Khoisans, we have the Pygmies, we have the Nilotes, we have the Bantus, we have the Koishites.
Bantu
It's a language.
It's a language.
Fine. You see what I'm saying to you? We have.
It's a race.
It's not. It's a linguistic.
It's a language. But listen,
It's a race.
just hear me. One second.
Because
However,
let me show you a
no, it's
photo
a
of
language.
some-
I know it's a language, bro. I know it's a language.
yeah.
It's a language.
It's a group of people.
This man right here, this is Kagame, who is the Rwandan president. Now you see,
but the
this
one
man
thing you
Paul
have to accept,
Kagame,
yeah,
he has the phenotype of what you would consider Somali, but yet this man has nothing to do with Somali. This man is Rwandan. There's a Tutsi man, he's Rwandan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
what was Kushite?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh, actually, maybe not.
Call him that.
No, I don't know. From what I've heard, maybe not.
Linguistically, their language is Bantu. Yet phenotypically, this man right here looks more like a Somali. So for Somalis to think they're unique just because of that phenotype is ridiculous. Not all of you. And my man here, he actually said that he's a different race than me because he has soft curly hair. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's like saying
He has soft curly hair. Do you know how many? Do you know how many in Somalia have hard hair?
just saw one.
You can't use that.
one.
And do you know
There's
how
one right here, man. There's one right here.
I don't like showing my hair though.
How many? You can't use that.
Do you know how many guys
I'm gonna
up in
ask you-
Central
I just
Africa
wanna
have
leave
curly hair?
One argument. Listen. One second. One question. Are Kushites different to Nilos? That's all I want to know. Are Kushites different to any other phenotype in Africa? Huh?
yeah.
Are you different? As Kushite, are you saying you're somehow distinct from all the other phenotypes in Africa? By distinct, I mean,
Distinctly different. Separate.
I mean,
Nothing. There's no.
are you
there's
making?
no
Are you saying
similarity.
distinct as in Nilos is distinct from Kushite? Nilo is distinct from Pygmy. Is that kind of distinction, or you mean a particular kind of distinction? What do you mean particular kind? Because I'll tell you what I mean by a particular kind. I'll tell you what I mean by a particular kind. Because everyone in Africa understand the term black.
No, they don't.
Listen,
Everyone in Africa.
listen. We understand. You are not the only human being who discovered. You are not the only human being. You are not the only human being who discovered the Black's Law Dictionary. You're not the first. You're really not.
Can I
Now
ask
do
you a
not.
question?
Now do not. I'm talking. I'm talking. Let me finish.
You're not making sense.
I'm talking. Let me finish. Now do not conflate legalese with racial.
Race. Don't
You
confuse
keep
the two.
conflating the
Do
two.
not confuse the two.
Repeat
Yeah.
that again. Legalese. What is
Legalese
that?
with racial. You're conflating the two.
What is legalese?
Even legalese is a language. It's the language they use in a particular legalese system of a country. That's what legalese is.
It's
the language
jargon
of law. It's the jargon of law. Now everyone agrees with you in terms of jargon of law. How about that? Do we all agree? In terms of jargon of law, we all agree with you. But there is no way you can infuse that onto the social construct. Because in terms of social construct,
Who built the social
let me
construct?
finish.
Yeah, listen, who built
Let
it?
me finish.
Over time, it was
Let
built.
me finish.
Who built
Let
it
me
though?
finish.
So many things.
Let
By
me
who?
finish. Let me finish. In terms of social construct, in Africa, we have our social construct. In Africa, we do not need to use the term black because it's not relative. Because it's not relative in our social construct. But when we are in a next man's social construct, there is no difference between any African.
Like if you step in Egypt, you're
Can
an
you
Aswan,
comprehend
man.
that?
You're an
There is
Aswan
no
if
way.
you step in
Li-
Egypt.
li- when
You
Libyans-
step in
when
Saudi,
Libyans-
you're an Aswan. You step,
Oh really?
You step in
So,
Dubai, you're an
so when
Aswan.
Libyans,
What you
so when
talking about?
Libyans are enslaving Somalis, I'm guessing they're going,
Enslaving.
let's just go. Oh, they're not.
Enslaving.
They're not.
Look at this idiot.
They're not.
Enslaving.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not. So all of those people.
You
that,
even know the
so all
process.
those people that. Say,
I've
they're not.
seen the process, bro.
All right.
Let
So
me
the
tell you-
pe-
let
so
me
the
tell you
victims
freaking
themselves are
process.
lying.
They are
The
not.
victims
The
themselves.
victims are like, we're
Are lying.
Somalis, so
They're
we're not
not-
going to be enslaved
Yeah,
because
they-
we're
they're lying
better than
themselves
the
are lying.
Negroes.
These people
we'll be
went to
fine.
Libya out of their own will. They knew
So what?
they were going to get into.
So did they not get enslaved?
Look, a slave is someone who's been captured out of his own will. These
Look
people
at this
went
guy.
there into their own will.
Look
and
at-
all
look at
they
the
need
stupidity
is a
of that
ransom.
argument.
It's not stupid.
Hear what he said? He said because they went there, whatever happened to them is not slavery. What kind of insane argument is that? Because they went there themselves, if someone grabs them and locks them up, behind their will, they're not enslaved because they went there themselves.
They went there themselves.
They went there themselves.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
That's the argument now.
Yeah.
That's the people we're listening to.
and you pay them later. Once you got to Libya,
Let me
you
remind you what he said earlier. He said that me and him are not the same race on the basis of his hair being
Now
colored.
he's blaming. What's his? Now he's
That's
blaming.
not slavery.
What's his?
That's ransom.
What's his? Now
Come
he's
on, man.
blaming.
'Cause you don't know the freaking
so,
process.
so now he's
You don't
blaming
know
the
the
victims.
process.
So they're lying. So they're lying.
But I know the story.
So they're lying.
I know the
Okay,
process.
say they're lying.
I've done an investigation.
So they're lying. So they're lying.
I've done a literal investigation.
are
I've
they
been
lying?
to Ethiopia.
Just say yeah then, because your
So
point,
they're lying.
Your point would
No,
be yeah, it's not slavery.
it can't be yes.
So
no.
they're lying.
It can't be no, and
So
it can't
they're
be
lying.
yes.
So they're
These
lying.
people being captured, yes. But are they slaves? No.
So
They're
what's
not
captured?
saying. They're not saying we're
So
slaves.
what's captured?
They're not. They're not.
So
they
what
were
is
not
it?
captured.
Let him say the
But
process.
they were not captured though.
So
Tell
what
him
were
the
they?
process you just told me.
They won't listen.
Tell me what's the So if they weren't captured, what
Do you
happened?
want to know the process I just told her?
Yeah, say it, say it.
Okay, these people, they left Somalia with a bunch of money, a little bit of money. I've been through this process. I've investigated and went to
Okay,
Ethiopia.
okay,
Get
just
to
tell
the
him.
point.
Now, okay, cool. Now they went to Somalia, they went to Ethiopia, and they hire a certain
So they have money, right?
yeah, they pay the money. No, a little bit of money. What's it? Listen. So what they do, they pay a bit of money to survive until Ethiopia. Once they get to Ethiopia, another guy takes over. When this guy takes over, they literally sign a paper. I've seen the papers. They sign a paper. They're like, cool. We will pay you after we reach Libya.
Why?
Because
They don't have enough money
Yeah.
to get there.
Why would they take them if they don't have enough money?
Because
Pay them after.
Hold on. If they
Let
don't
me
have
finish.
enough money
Let me finish.
to get there,
Let me finish.
why would he believe that they will have money
That's the
after?
process. That's the freaking
No,
process.
why? No. You're
It's
telling
the
me
process
this.
of Listen, it's the
He
process
said,
of how... it's
no,
a
but
trap.
he's
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to tell me something that's not
No,
possible.
It is a trap, but let him finish.
It's not a trap. It's not a trap.
It's not possible.
They
he
know
said.
they're not going to have the money when we get there. If you don't have the money when you're in Eritrea, what makes you think now when
They're
get
gonna have
to
it when they get there.
Bro.
Of course, that's going to
How's
be
that
their
not
money.
Do
enslavement?
you know how many Somalis?
How's that? If they're held for, is that not the definition of slavery?
No, it's not.
Held for ransom.
No, it's not. Slavery, you get kicked forever out of your own will.
But they're held for ransom.
He's
I don't
confusing
think so.
indentured
You did what?
servitude with slavery.
What's that?
So what is
So
happening
there
there?
is some
It's not slavery.
semantical
They're held for
differences
ransom.
between the two, but
Yeah,
at the end
if I
of the
hold
day,
you
they're
for
all
ransom, that
slaves.
means-
That's it.
Tell them. Fucking stupid.
The Libyans.
How?
They have to enslave them because enslavement is taking them
It
by
doesn't
force.
matter.
It has
It's
to be
still
by
But you're holding me without my will.
Doesn't matter.
No,
It's
you
still
went there out
slavery.
of your will.
Huh?
You went there out of your will. You went there with your will. You were like, cool, I'm
still
here.
slavery.
I'll
So I
pay you
got
Doesn't
back.
matter.
tricked. So I got tricked.
No,
Tricks, yeah.
It's still
So how's
slavery.
that still applies then? So
They
can't I
knew.
trick
still
someone into
slavery.
slavery?
I don't believe
No, but can you not trick someone into slavery?
No, they knew.
Answer this question. Can I trick
slavery.
someone into slavery?
Still
No,
slavery.
if you knew, if you know the outcome. If you know the outcome.
taking them from
So
somewhere.
slavery is when I tell you. Is that what it is?
Slavery.
Slavery is when by force is not. They've wanted to come.
Can I trick you?
His point. Listen. His point is that they've wanted to come, but it's a trap. It is a trap. But I
Let me
wouldn't
tell you what's
classify it
not a
as
trap.
slavery. But it's not. It's not them. It's not. It's a
Words?
degree.
Okay.
But it's. I
Okay,
wouldn't
all
classify it
right,
as
all right.
slavery.
Hear this, hear this, hear this. Words are not up to us. They have
Okay,
definitions.
forget about words, man.
Words literally have
Words?
definitions. They're not up to
Yeah,
us.
the definition of
So
slavery.
please tell me, if you hold me against my will, how is that not slavery?
Okay, now,
There's no way you
if
can.
if I came to you and I said I'll pay you back if you pay for my transport.
And why would you take me if I don't have money? Why are they taking me?
Well, that's the way they make their money.
What money?
That's
I don't
how
have
they make
it.
money, though.
I don't have money.
Why
So how
would
can
you
you
come?
take me?
Why would you come?
Why are they
That's why it's a
taking me?
trap. That's why it's a trap.
So it's slavery then. Look, if
Somali-
I know you don't have money and I take you, and by taking you, I can actually put you to work in my country,
By Google
how is that
definition,
not?
It would fall under slavery. Because a person is another and is forced to obey them. By that definition,
It's
is
slavery.
but that's not what's happening though.
Oh, they
what's
not.
happening,
It's
though.
not. No, he's trying to say. He's trying to say they went there with their own will, so therefore it's not slavery. It doesn't even follow.
The people knew what's gonna happen. They've
That's
seen-
not the
there are-
definition of
listen,
slavery.
Until now.
Are they
until
held?
Right now.
Are they
now,
held?
This moment, this second.
What's this?
There
Are they
people
held?
who see that video,
No, he's saying they are held. They're held with against their will. Are they held against their will?
bro.
Are they held against their will?
What's the definition of slavery? What's your definition?
My God!
My definition of slavery.
My definition, so it's subjective.
No, I'm asking him what he.
No, he just said
I
mine.
asked him. What's his interpretation of slavery?
I know you really want to debate me, bro. I know you're trying to refute
It's
me.
fine. It's fine.
But listen to this.
Trying to refute you.
Listen, bro.
Really?
But I ask a nigga, it's
Trying to
It's
refute
digit,
me.
man, it's
I'm asking nigga, trying to refute me. Really?
What do you believe slavery?
If you're trying to refute me, would it be difficult for me?
No. I know you like to be right.
Let him speak.
I know you like to be right. I know you like to be
I
right.
will be loud with
I know
it.
you like to be right. Yeah, but I know you like to be right, innit?
Where'd you
I
get
know
that from?
But listen to this.
Where'd you get that
Just
from?
speak. What's your?
Where'd you get that from?
Thank you. Can I talk?
So why would you